So we've covered how to open, how to be physical, how to hook, how to pass her tests, the different types of sets that you may encounter, how to vibe. Ultimately, what is left? How to close. But before we get to that, there is something very important that you have to do in every single interaction, and that is determine the logistics. Okay, basically, in order to know in which direction you're going to take the interaction, you need to first know what you're dealing with. What you have to realize is that being sex-worthy isn't enough. Okay, it is the baseline of the interaction, yes, and without being sex-worthy, you're not going to get very fucking far, but don't expect that just by the fact that you're sex-worthy, girls are just going to jump on your dick, okay? It isn't enough. You still have to make it happen. You still have to lead. You still have to take the responsibility on your shoulders. No girl is ever gonna receive me like a slut. And if you're just vibing, you're like, you know what? I'm sex-worthy, fuck yeah, and you just expect something to magically happen, you are dead wrong, okay? You have to make it happen. You have to direct in which way the interaction is going to go. And if you don't know what you're dealing with, if you don't know what the situation is, if you don't know what the logistics at play are, you're not going to know in which direction to steer the interaction. You're going to be like, well, should I take her to my place? Should I take her to her place? Should I go for the number? Is it possible? Is it not possible? How the fuck would you know? So make it a habit to determine the logistics in every single interaction, and that includes hers, but yours as well. So let's start with hers. Basically, there are two ways of determining her logistics. The first way is simply asking for them. Okay, make it a habit to ask the following questions in every single interaction. Who are you here with? How do you know each other? What area do you live in? Do you have roommates? Are your friends here your roommates? How did you get here? How are you getting home? What are you doing tomorrow? Okay, I try to ask these questions in every single interaction, and the sooner you find out what her whole situation is, the better. Okay, you want to be doing that from the very start. You go in, you set the rhythm, boom, you hook. What are you dealing with? Okay, oh cool, who are you here with? Oh cool, how do you guys all know each other? Oh, where do you live? What area do you live in? Oh cool, what are you doing tomorrow? Do you have roommates? How did you get here? How are you going home? Okay, you need to be asking these questions. Don't get caught up on just having fun, and just hoping that something will magically happen because you're having fun. Be proactive about this. Okay, make it a habit. Every single fucking girl, ask for the logistics. Now, when you do this, don't go full interrogation mode. Okay, I see this sometimes happen where clients learn about the logistics and they just go up and they stack the questions. They're like, so, where do you live? What about this? What about this? And the girl's like, what the fuck? Okay, like you want to sprinkle these questions in with some fun. It's like fun. So anyway, what area do you live in? Oh, cool, fun. Do you have roommates? Okay, you want to do it that way. And also be aware of, how you're making her feel. Okay, if you ask a girl, where do you live? It's just very forward. She's gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, what's your address? Don't do that. If you want to find out where a girl lives, ask her, what area do you live in? Okay, then you can ask her, do you have roommates? Okay, but if you want to be even less forward, you can be like, you know what? You look like you live in a small apartment, don't you? Oh no, I live in a big apartment. I actually have roommates. Oh cool, are they here with you? Oh no, they're sleeping. Or oh yeah, they're here with me. Cool, logistics, check. Okay, so remember those questions. Don't go full interrogation mode, and don't, raise her defenses by making her seem or feel like a slut. The second way is baiting her for them. Okay, let's just say you're talking to a girl and it's just going well. You're vibing, and let's just say that you drop in the word after party. You're like, blah, 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 after party. Okay, and we'll ultimately cover this when we get to pulling, where you can say after party is an excuse to bring the girl back to your place. But for now, let's just say you don't even intend on pulling. Okay, you don't want to leave the venue, you're just chatting, but you just say after party to bait her for the logistics. Okay, if I'm talking to a girl and I'm like, after party, now what is she gonna do? She's gonna be like, oh, no, I can't, my friends. Or, oh, sure, like where's the after party? We can maybe join you later. Or, oh, sorry, I'm working early tomorrow. We're taking it easy tonight, I'm really sorry. And you bait her for the logistics that way. It's like you put in the little after party. It's like, after party? After party? And she's like, yes, no. Okay, you can do those little pokes to find out what you're dealing with. You can also do this where, say you talk to a girl, you're like, you know what, come. Oh, no, 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 I'm with my friends. Now you know she's here with her friends. Oh, cool, how do you guys all know each other? Okay, and then you can mix in the questions with, you know, baiting the girl for the logistics. So these are the two ways that you determine what her situation is.
After party, come. Kiss your friends. Say you have to go to the bathroom.
Okay, I picked up one girl. That's the only girl I'm responsible with. I'm here with like 30 people.
Now what about yours? Now this is something that a lot of guys, funny enough, tend to neglect. What the fuck are your logistics? Okay, whenever I go out, I always ask myself, okay, where am I staying in relation to where I'm meeting this girl? Okay, if I'm out at night, it's like, where am I staying in relation to the venue? If I'm out during the day, where am I staying in relation to the area in which I'm going out? What are the logistics? How did I get there? Okay, how am I getting back? Okay, am I driving? Am I taking the train? Am I taking a bus? What are the transportation logistics? How am I gonna bring this girl back to the quote unquote sex location? If you're out at night, you know, what time am I waking up tomorrow? What is the deadline? Okay, how long can I stay up till? Now, as a little side note, usually you're gonna wanna commit till 4, 5, even 6 a.m., okay? Because at the end of the night, that's when the download bar is high, that's when things happen, but you need to be aware of all of these things. You're like, okay, I'm staying here, I'm going out here. Now, in between where I'm staying and I'm going out, what are some of the, you know, late night venues that are open? Maybe there's like an after hours diner, maybe there's this after party. Where are some of the places that I can bounce her to in between the venue and my place? Okay, what are my logistics? Okay, you have to be very practical about this. What's her situation? What is my situation as well? And lastly, a question that you want to be asking yourself at all times: where is her download bar or buying temperature at? Okay, like what time of the night is it? Is it earlier on where she's a little bit more stifled? Is it later on where she's, you know, ready to get pulled, ready for sex? Where is it at? This question here affects everything, okay? So determine her logistics, determine your logistics, find out where you are, when it's time to make things happen, and now you know how to proceed.